Hey guys, Joe here, founder of Productive Play, and I just want to welcome you to one of my new favorite places in the world. New to me, obviously it's been here for quite a while. We're talking Ice Age type thing. You know, Laura, Joey, Heidi, and I, we normally travel to go see really cool, awesome places. And one of our favorite places to go and hang out is in nature, and especially out in California. There's just a ton of places that we love to visit. We are from New Jersey, and this place here, I'm not kidding you, is literally within 15 minutes of our house, and we had no clue it was here. I mean, we've literally traveled coast to coast to go to really awesome places like Muir Woods every chance that we could get. And, you know, just on a whim, we set out to go find this place that we heard some friends talking about, and here it is. It's called Ken Lockwood Gorge. And it is just absolutely incredible. There's a million things to see, and it just goes to show that all of us have some pretty amazing things just within moments of our grasp if we just take the time to kind of look around and and explore a bit. I really want to be able to share some really super exciting news with you guys. You know, this week we're going to be running what we call a launch entrepreneurial fun and learning event. This is where Laura, Joey, Heidi, and I are invited into special venues to be able to introduce the spirit of the entrepreneurial mindset through a really fun and competitive game experience that we've created. And this week in particular, we're super excited because it's a whole new partnership that is unfolding as part of it. We're going to be having this launch event with our new friends at the Fusion Academy. Now, the Fusion Academy is a very, very warm and welcoming, yet private school experience for middle schoolers and high schoolers. It began many years ago, oddly enough, in California, and it's now it's rapidly expanding everywhere because of the really unique experience that it provides. Not just from an academic standpoint, but from a social growth and development standpoint as well. It's absolutely incredible. You don't find the kinds of experiences that they can create for kids, without having to work really, really hard and put a bunch of different activities and events together for them. And yet, Fusion Academy has put all this magic into one great recipe. For example, not only do they have the core learning curriculums, but they have the facilities and resources to back that up. There's literally a dedicated science laboratory. There is a music studio, and I mean a full-on recording studio, right? So whether you're interested in playing an instrument or you're interested in learning how the entire piece gets composed, production, direction, just everything that you can imagine. The full learning experience, no matter what the topic is that they're interested in, is made available through the magic of Fusion Academy. But you know what? I got to tell you, my favorite particular place within each Fusion campus, and we've gotten to visit a couple of them now, like the Brooklyn campus that we're going to be at this week, and the campus down in Princeton, New Jersey. And we're looking forward to visiting so many others all around the country. But my favorite spot in the campus is called the Zen Den, and it's a great place for the children and faculty alike. Just be able to kind of check out of whatever the world's kind of offering in that particular moment, and just check into their inner focus and their inner peace. And it's remarkable to see a education experience that's taking the time to really help our kids learn this kind of focus on wellness and balance, in addition to all the brain stuff that we want them to soak in too, right? But I gotta tell you, that's not the most incredible aspect of Fusion. The thing that absolutely sets Fusion apart from just anything else that I've seen is the fact that every academic experience for each child is one-on-one. You heard me right. It's not group education. Each child meets with each of their teachers one-on-one for their subject matter throughout the day. And there's plenty of homework and focus time built throughout the schedule as well during the school day, such that when the children come home, they get to focus on family time with you and their parents. It's just mind-blowing what they've been able to come up with. So, seeing how just absolutely remarkable and unique the experience is that Fusion's created, just makes it that much more special to Laura, Joey, Heidi, and I, that, they saw such power and inspiration in what we've done together as a family through our productive play, and in helping just nurture the ideas, the many inspiring and innovative ideas that Joey and Heidi have had, just like your kids do. But throughout Joey and Heidi's lives, we've kind of, stood alongside of them and tried to help them figure out how to work through their ideas and make them become reality. And you know their backstory. You've seen, how Joey created a board game when he was 5, and it was like a really cool, neat thing until all of a sudden he's 7, and we get these new crazy things called iPhones, which just happen to be shaped like what? Well, kind of like a hockey rink. And what was Joey's board game? Well, it was kind of a mashup of strategy games like checkers and chess, and the sport of hockey, which Joseph was rapidly falling in love with at that time. And board game to apps to just global exposure and influence and learning. And Heidi picked up right from there herself with her many experiences, from her clothing design for her fashion clothing for her dolls, to writing her first children's storybook, and her most recent effort is, honestly, guys, it is so much bigger than anything Laura, Joey, I combined have come up with. And so I'm looking forward to being able to share a whole lot more with you pretty soon on Heidi's latest venture. And just to give you a little flavor of it, she calls it Universe Matters, freeing the colors of the earth. And I mean, I can't wait to be able to share the full details of what that impact and that potential is looking like as it unfolds here. But anyway, getting back to this week, right? So it's because we've taken all these little pockets of family time over the years, and we've just listened to each other's ideas and brainstormed them, and we turned them into playtime activities. And sometimes those playtime activities, well, they've turned into real stuff. And that real stuff, became things that lots of other people that we knew, and before we knew it, people we didn't know were really interested in and appreciative of. And that brings us right up to this week, when we're lucky enough that Fusion Academy's Brooklyn campus has invited the 4 of us, and we're going to be leading this Entrepreneurial Fun and Learning Event. There's going to be several children. It's going to be a mix of middle schoolers and potentially some high schoolers. And we're going to help them unlock their entrepreneurial mindset through the play of our game launch. It's a blast. It's really competitive. The cornerstones of the game are really about helping every player, kids of all ages, even us grown-up editions of kids, be able to learn and develop the fundamentals of the language of business, because it turns out there's a whole lot of words out there that have very specific meanings when it comes to the world of business, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And so the game really, helps folks develop that core business vocabulary, but then, flex that new muscle and leverage it by a series of tests and what we call challenges, critical decision making. Learn what are good decisions in business and what are bad decisions in business through really creative out-of-the-box challenges. So we wrap up the game after a winner has been anointed in the traditional game style of somebody kind of finishing first. But we wrap up the game with something that we call our post-game highlights tool, which unlocks the secret for everyone who gets to enjoy the game experience with us, that there's really a lot of ways to win, not only in the game, not only in business, but in life. So let's not just focus on one traditional or some way of learning that other people have taught us about. Let's figure out our own definition of success in life, and let's pursue that in our own way. And so what these entrepreneurial fun and learning events do, and what this whole crazy productive play concept does, what it really does is it helps all of us unlock our own creativity, especially in our kids, and strengthen their abilities and their confidence to then go out and communicate their creative ideas. And almost as important, if not more important, as the other three combined, develop the ability and willingness and desire to collaborate in order to be able to make those ideas become true and become success. So, those are the cornerstones of what we believe is the foundation of the entrepreneurial mindset. And just to be real clear, guys, we're not out here on some mission to try and turn everybody into the next future entrepreneur. That's not it at all. What we deeply believe as a family is that going forward in this next crazy new economy and probably all the economies to follow, we're all going to need to be able to nurture, strengthen, and leverage our entrepreneurial mindset. Whether we decide to create our own new great thing, or whether we decide to be a really key component in somebody else's big idea, the way to really succeed and really stand out and really be able to help make that impact is to build and strengthen that entrepreneurial mindset that we all have in us. I know you guys do too, and I'm going to invite you to comment after this video. Just below this video is a place for you to add your comments, and I'm really looking forward to hearing back from you. I want to know what you think about this idea of every one of us having an entrepreneurial mindset. Do you believe you have one? Did you have one and you feel like you lost it? Do you feel like you never had one? I'd love to be able to have that conversation with you guys, and I know the rest of our community would be very interested in hearing your thoughts. So that's it for today, guys. Again, I want to thank you for joining us in one of my new favorite places here, Ken Lockwood Gorge, outside of High Bridge, Hunterdon County, New Jersey. On behalf of Laura, Joey, and Heidi and we can't wait to come back to you next week and tell you about the experience of the event and how it went at the Brooklyn campus. So have an outstanding week, play productive, have a blast. We'll see you soon. Take care.